Today, we're proud to have our first professional player interview. He's quick, agile, and humble, playing for Loudoun United. Give it up for Isaac Espinal.
Isaac Espinal. I play on Loudoun United, a right winger, and yeah, man, when that camera clicks, bro, I get nervous.
Are you nervous?
A little bit, yeah. Yo, I'm nervous, bro. I'm nervous. Give me a little icebreaker so I can, like, calmado, bro.
Messi or Ronaldo?
Messi, bro, come on. Come on, dude. Nah, bro, it's Messi for sure, bro.
How old are you?
18.
What school did you go to before?
Lake Braddock. Yeah, I went to Lake Braddock Secondary School.
First and foremost, thank you. Thank you for being on.
Yeah, thank you, bro.
First professional player. What's it like having that professional name behind?
Honestly, it's an honor because, I mean, there's a lot of people that play the sport. There's a lot of people that want to be in the position where I am. And I feel like, honestly, I feel honored to be in the position that I'm in today. And I mean, I can only thank God. I can thank my family, thank my coaches that I'm here in this position that I am now. And I mean, yeah, it's nice to have the name, but it's just to keep working and building on from where I am now.
How would you describe yourself as a person in general?
Well, there's not, I'm not gonna lie, bro, there's not much like after soccer, but I mean, I do spend a lot of time with like family. I'm like much of a family person. I like to spend time with the people I love, people I appreciate, people that are there for me. Yeah, I mean, I'm always here with the community, with my boys. Nina's behind the camera. I have Brian, Freddie. I grew up with these guys, Diego, even Lorenzo. Like, I grew up with all these guys, and I mean, it's honestly, like, I feel blessed to have a good group of people that I can say are my family.
How'd you get introduced to soccer, though?
Okay, so this is gonna be like a little long story. So I never really played soccer like that. Well, I grew up playing soccer when I was like 4 or 5. My brother introduced me to soccer, and I didn't really have a team. I was just playing with some church friends and some people from school. And then one day, on like a random Wednesday, I went to the field in Springfield, Franconia, and there was Dorados was there. But at the time, they were called Barca FC Academy. And I went there with baggy pants, with the dress shirt, with dress shoes. Like, I didn't even go like to play soccer. I didn't have the soccer stuff. Like, I didn't have any cleats. I didn't have any soccer like attire like that. So I went there, and my brother was asking the coach if I could train with them, and he was like, no, he's not even like dressed to play soccer. And then my brother kept on begging him until he finally said yes. And then I started training with them that session, and he really liked how I played. So he invited me to keep coming back. And then eventually I went to a tournament in Florida in Disney for a 3v3 tournament, and he really liked me there. So then from then on, I joined the club. And from there, I was with Dorados up to my U12 year. And then I got invited to GA Cup with DC, which again, I was with Nino, and yeah, I got invited. They wanted to see how I played there. And yeah, I played pretty well, I would say. And then they really liked how I played. They invited me to train with their U13s at the time, and then they really liked how I played there as well. So then they invited me the next year to join the U13 DC United Academy. And then from then on, I was there until my U17 year. And then in the summer of my U17 year, I went to train with Loudoun United, and they really liked how I played there. I was playing really well. I came back for preseason with Loudoun United in the winter in January. And then I was playing really well. Then I earned an academy contract, which means I can play and train with them, but I'm not getting paid to still be eligible to go to college. And yeah, I was in an economy contract. I was playing really, really well. And then in July, I got offered my first professional contract with Loudoun United. And again, I'm super grateful and honored to have that and have that opportunity to be able to call myself a professional in the sport that I grew up playing. And yeah.
Well, why did you play soccer?
My family. I mean, I don't come from a very wealthy place. Like, my family, they come from very poor country, or Honduras. So they're the reason why I play. They're the reason why I keep fighting, why I wake up every morning and go to train, get out of bed, go to train, go to games, have these travel days. I mean, I had to make a lot of sacrifice and not be with them as much as I want to be. But like I said, it's sacrifice, and I'm doing it for the greater good of my family.
How does it feel like to be a Hispanic professional?
Honestly, it feels great. Like, I mean, the whole community, like the Spanish community, like sometimes we get appreciated, but at the same time, sometimes we don't. Like, it's very hard here in the US to find Hispanic players that stand out, and to be a professional in this country as a Hispanic player, like, it feels like amazing because I get a lot more recognition and a lot more value to to being a Hispanic and to playing the sport that a lot of kids grow up and want to play and be in the position that I'm in. So, I mean, I always try to help the players that are growing up as well, players around me, people around me in every way that I can, because, I mean, that's the best thing I can do. Just give back to the people that helped me, give back to the people that are growing up, that want to be in the position that I'm in now.
What are the highs and lows of being a young professional?
Yeah, it's definitely hard. I mean, there's definitely a lot of aspects that it's hard to maneuver things. It's hard to think about things in different perspectives. Like, I signed my first professional contract at 16 years old. Not a lot of players can say they've done that. Even though I signed very young, it's been very hard. I worked very hard to get in the position that I'm in, and I only have to work harder. And to be so young in this sport, like, it's very tough. I mean, mentally, you just start thinking that you're not good enough if you're not playing enough. But then you have to realize that you're not even at the point where, like, you're hitting your peak performance. Like, I'm only 18 and I still have so much to do, so much to learn, so much to grow from. And yeah, I mean, it's all mental. You have to think of it like in the grand scheme of things, that even though I'm not playing much now, or if I'm not playing much when I was back then or something, like God has, it's all in God's timing. You always have to think of it like that. Like, God is just choosing a path that's best for you. I've definitely learned that I just have to trust that path and just trust in Him that He's going to get me to where I want to be.
I hear you mention a lot about God and faith and everything. How is that a big part of your life?
Yeah, I mean, I grew up I grew up in a church, basically. My whole life has just been like a lot of hardship, and whenever things get tough, I just try to find faith in Him and just keep in mind that everything happens for a reason, and I'm just gonna, like, no matter what, He's the reason why things happen, and He knows why things happen. So if things are not meant to be, they're not meant to be, and I mean, it's up to Him, like, it's up to God to choose that path for us, and if they are meant to be, they are meant to be, and you just got to be grateful for any opportunity that He gives you.
Is there anything that helped you out, like coaches or trainings in your youth development, to like pick out? In
2020, COVID year, that year was very, very hard for me. My family went through like so much. I mean, with my brother got deported in October of 2020. My grandpa passed away early 2020 due to COVID. So it was definitely hard for me, and that part made my soccer like decline a lot. Like, I just wasn't there mentally. I wasn't playing well. I wasn't feeling well. So my U15 got cut short. My U15 year got cut short, and then after COVID was my U16 year. And in my U16 year in MLS Next, there wasn't a U16 category, and there still isn't, but there wasn't a U16 category. And that year we were just playing against either like UPSL teams or ECNL teams, or like other teams that were in the DA category, but they weren't anymore because of MLS Next. So it was very hard for me, because at the time in my U15 year, I was like, you could say that I was like a prospect. And to going from one of the big names in the country to like probably one of the worst on the field almost every day, like it was very hard for me. I mean, so I just had to find help from coaches, help from staff, help from like a lot of different places. And I mean, one of the coaches that really helped me his name was Coach Barth. He helped me a lot, like a lot. I mean, it was very frustrating because I saw some people from my age group getting caught up to the U17s to play like MLS Next, while I was still in the U16s playing against like UPSL teams or ECNL teams or whatever league it was. He showed me that he was the one that really introduced me to like different things that they go through and that they get over, and that you're gonna get there one day. You just gotta have faith. He really showed me the more mental side of the game, and a lot of the thinking side of the game, not just the speed or just the running type of. He showed me, the physical stuff. He showed me a lot of the mental stuff of the game, the mental side of the game, where like, okay, where do you position yourself to get the ball? When do you use your speed? When do you use your technical ability? When do you pass? When do you shoot? He showed me a lot more of the mental side of the game. So I mean, I really do appreciate, especially Coach Barth, but the whole staff of DC for just having that support on me. Because like I said, I went from like a big prospect to one of the worst on the field almost every day. So it was definitely hard. But to have that support behind me was, I mean, amazing for me, and it helped me a lot. Yo, I just realized that before I didn't even check if my hair was good, my eyebrows, nothing, bro.
Got to move location real quick?
Yeah.
When did it hit you?
I guess there was like different moments when it hit me. So first, when I got my academy contract, even that was like a bit special to me because like not everyone gets an academy contract to play for a professional team. So like that in itself hit me hard. Like, dang, like out of all my teammates, like I was one of the only ones that got the opportunity to stay in a professional environment. That in itself was like wow, like an eye opener for me. And then yeah, signing my professional contract, I was 16 and I was just like looking around like, damn, like I'm 16 and I have a professional contract. Like I didn't have to go through this route or this other route. I got there early. So like that's something that's hardworking. Like I was just like, damn. Like it like instantly though. It was like I got the email and then I got a phone call. I got the email and I was like, huh? I was confused. I was like, nah, what? I don't know what this is about. And then I get a phone call from my agent. He's like, oh yeah, they want to sign you. And I was like, damn, like I was like, wow. And I was with my dad too at the time because I was like shocked. I didn't know. And I was with my dad. We were just like shocked and seeing my dad like crying, like just so happy. Like I was just like, damn, like I made it, bro. Like I finally did it. Like, and not even just for me, like for him, for my whole family. Like it was just like wow.
As a Loudoun United player, what's game night like for you?
Game night, home, game night. We usually have training before, so like game night, I'm either just at home, just literally just at home playing video games or recovering or like foam rolling, stretching, doing all this stuff. Away games, we're all just at a hotels, like we're just watching whatever stuff we have, like just chilling. Or downstairs, like at our team room, just like foam rolling or stretching or doing whatever. Like just that's the night before. Home game day to away game day is a bit different because away game day we're all together, we're all doing like stuff together. But home game day, I'm usually like I wake up, shower, brush my teeth, all that stuff. I don't usually eat before. I don't like to eat too much. Like if I do, I eat a snack. And then we have a pregame meal like around 4:30. It's usually pasta, salad, like just regular stuff like carbs and just salad right there. And then we get to the facility at like around 4:30. And then we go to the field for warm up, get dressed, warm up, and game time. And then for away games, it's usually we leave the day before. So like if we have a game on Saturday, we leave Friday. And game day, we wake up, we have team breakfast. We have a walk around the city, wherever we're at. And then we have a team stretch. We have time off until lunch. And then we have time off until team pregame meal. And then we head out to the stadium where we're playing.
Like, what's your motto? Like, how do you play?
I always think two things. I think about myself with the team and myself against the opponent. I think, okay, how am I going to help the team? What am I going to do to help the team? What am I going to do to help my teammates? What am I going to do to help myself on the field? And I also think, okay, watching this player's tendencies, how am I going to be better than my opponent today? Let's say I'm playing on the left. Like, let's say I'm playing on the wing. How many runs am I going to make behind? How many times am I going to check the ball? How many completed passes I'm going to make? How many completed crosses am I going to make? How many shots I'm going to take? Like, I just started thinking about all that, like, positive. I try to keep a positive mindset all the time. Like, even if stuff doesn't come out, because everyone makes mistakes in the field. Even if stuff doesn't come out, like, I just try to think, okay, next play. If I lose the ball...
Spider-Man!
Yeah, just next play mentality. Like either if I mess up, just next play, how do I let's say I'm having a bad game offensively. Okay, how do I have a strong game defensively?
What's your style?
I'm more of a running behind type of guy. Play the ball into space and I'm running to it no matter what. Even if it's going out, I'm running to it. I'd like to say I'm a bit technical and I like the ball to feet, but I'm definitely more of a running behind type of guy. Just play the ball into space and I'm going.
Any funny or embarrassing moments you've had so far?
Recently, in our first game of the season against San Antonio, we were warming up. The fans in San Antonio, they have great fans. At least in that part, it was very Hispanic. So they were just like heckling me and like just teasing me. And then I came on late in the game and we were losing 2-1 with a man down. I came on late in the game and we tied it. Last play of the game. Like we were celebrating like crazy. We're like, yeah, let's go, come on. And then after the game, I went straight back to that corner, and I was just like it's fans. Like at the end of the day, they're doing it because it's against their team. Like it was just funny. So at the end of the game, I just went there and I just gave them all high fives, like the little kids too. Like it was just funny, like a funny moment. Wow, what going on? Nah, but yeah, it was funny at the time. Like they were just heckling me. Like yeah, that's how it is. I mean, no matter what, you can't get mad at that. Like it's like oh!
This Isaac Man is Spider-Man. Any favorite cheat meals?
Ooh, this might make a little people mad, but definitely pineapple pizza with pineapple pizza.
You serious?
Yes.
I can cancel the interview right now.
Nah, bro. What? Have you tried it? Bro, it's like you got the flavor, you got the marinara sauce, you got I usually like it with cheese though, like just cheese, not pepperoni. You usually got the cheese, and then you got the little juicy.
You're Julie right now,
bro.
You're on football.
That's kind of crazy, bro. Like it still gets me though. Like it's crazy. Like it's like Isaac Espinal as a substitute. Like it's like, bro, like that's crazy. Like you think like the highest of highest professionals are on the same app as you. Like that's insane. But I'm not gonna lie, bro. I doubt FootMob's watching this, but FootMob, you gotta chill, bro. You guys gotta switch my picture, bro. They took the picture from my academy one. I look like a bot, bro. FootMob doing me dirty.
So besides your parents and coach, who else was really influential in helping you work hard at your dreams?
My brother, my older brother. He's the, like I said earlier, he was the reason why I started playing soccer. Even before he got deported, like I was always going to the field with him, like no matter what. Like even like he moved to Manassas, and then he would make the drive all the way to Burke to come pick me up, go to the field, then go all the way back like every day. Yeah, I mean my brother's probably the biggest inspiration like soccer was for me.
Like, what's the difference between youth and then coach you on pro now?
Okay, so from what I've noticed, once you get to a certain age and development, it's not about, it does tie in how good you are, obviously, but at the same time, it's not really how good you are. It's how fast you can play or think. You can have all the talent in the world, but if you can't think about the next play, and if you're thinking about what you're going to do now, and not, like, if you can't scan, like, let's say in the grand scheme of things, if you're fast, but your mentality is slow, you can't hang with the top players. Like Messi scans too, like he already thinking about the next 3 steps. Like players like at the top level already think about the next 2-3 steps. Like you can't just stay in the moment and do whatever you think is gonna do, like what you're gonna do now. You gotta think ahead as well. Like obviously you gotta play what you can now, obviously, but you also gotta like think bigger about yourself and your team. You can't always just think about, okay, I'm here now, I made it. You gotta think bigger. You gotta think, okay, how am I gonna help my team? How am I gonna help myself? Everything's just faster. Like even when I was in an academy contract, like people can see the talent, and not even in just me. Like I don't want to say it, make it sound like I'm being cocky or whatever, but not even just me and other players as well. Like people can see talent in other players all around the world, but if they can't think fast and play fast, then they're not gonna be able to hang with any professional team. And it's not, like I said, I'm not trying to make it seem like I'm like the fastest player thinker or whatever. Like I make mistakes too. Everyone makes mistakes in the game. And discipline is key, bro, because there's so many players that could have been like top players, and it's not even like just here but all over the world. There's so many players that could have been top players, but just discipline, they didn't have any discipline either growing up. When they got to the place that they wanted, they stopped thinking about what they wanted more. Their hunger just gave out. Everything, you just got to think about the grand scheme of things. Like people want to live life in the moment, and I get that, but if you want to get far, you got to make sacrifices in your life that other people are making, that if you don't make them, then someone else will. Like you just got to think like that. Like if you're making bad decisions, someone else in the world is making good decisions, and you're going to stay in a position where you don't want to be, and you're going to see somebody else basically living the life that you want.
So do you have any players you ever play against? It's like, wow, I played against him?
No, there's a couple like homegrowns. Like when I played in the academy, there's definitely homegrowns or like players that I play like even in the area that are just like, wow, like Ted Cudi Pietro, like bro, he's insane, bro. Like he's so good that he just like you can play him anywhere, bro. He's like a free roam player. There's Christian Fletcher, there's Mattia Camboni, there's Jackson Hopkins. There's so many players, like, and that's just like DC players. Like there's other players that I played played against, like there was a New England kid called Esmir Baraktarovic. He made his debut with the national team. There's Kevin Paredes, there's Griffin Yao, there's Moses Nyman, Brian Ko. Like, bro, there's so many players that I've grown up watching that I'm just like, wow, like that, like it's crazy.
Any advice for someone who's been at MLS Academy? You know,
Stay focused and focus on your own successes rather than everybody else's successes. There's so many players that, like, let's say, for example, the newest one, Kevin Sullivan. He's like 13, 14, and he's already signing with Manchester City. I'm seeing all these kids like, damn, I wish I was him. I wish I was him. Like you have your own path. God has a path for you, and just you gotta have faith in him that he's gonna lead you in the right direction. You can't beat yourself down for that. So just keep working, stay focused, stay disciplined, and everything is gonna fall into place for you. And like, we gotta be realistic. Not everyone is gonna be a professional soccer player, but you just gotta focus on what you can control. Control what you can control, and the rest is gonna line up. Vamos!
I think it's final. Appreciate it.
Of course, bro. Thank you. Subscribe to Futbol Familia.
Pose. What do you want to do? Like a.
Play a lot of Fortnite.
Can I please get an autograph, sir? Please.
You know who I am.
Please. Give me an autograph. Please, sign my shirt. Sign my shirt, please. Crazy.